What I did know from an early age is that Kanye would make it big. I decided to follow Kanye while he showcases his new sound off to some record executives out in Rockefeller Records. See, what I did know was Kanye West. What I didn't know was Yeezus.
It's Yeezus. Yo, let's go show the record label this song. Let's go. Yo, record label. You gotta hear this new song I'm finna drop. I'm a producer, but I'm trying to be a rapper. Man, I promise. She's so self-conscious. She had no money, but she won't drop out. Her parents looked at her funny now. The school seems so like sophomore 3 yards, ain't picked a career. Fuck it, I'll just stay down here and do her.
But when it all, all falls down.
This the real one, baby.
I'm telling you.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to episode 11 of the Goodfellas podcast. Number 11
plus 1
equals 11.
I'm Ethan.
I'm Logan.
And I'm Brayden. Today we got a lot of things to talk about.
Whoa.
We're going to save our recommendation for the end. You guys saw the sick intro where I played Yeezus.
Oh, shit.
So we're going to talk about the Genius trilogy first.
Yeah. A Kanye West.
A Kanye West trilogy. Can we talk about his freakout he had today?
Yeah.
Well, speak of the devil.
Yeah. Today
No.
is...
God has a plan.
Fine God. Today is March 13th, Sunday service. And Kanye went on a little rant this morning.
Will Skeet show up to Sunday service today?
He will not.
No.
He will go to Saints game, but he will not go to Sunday service.
I love the picture
He sent?
Skeet.
Like, that is devastating. And then he just went on to say, I'm happy you're out of rehab. But really petty, because Kanye's like that.
Yeah. Kanye's a little bitch.
Kanye
Kanye.
is a bitch. So when this was announced, we were all pretty excited because we're Kanye fans.
It's hype as fuck.
I will ride that man's meat better than Kim did.
Hold up.
He is packing, most likely.
He's got to be packing.
He's gotta
Yeah.
be packing.
The balls he has. Oh my
Yeah.
God. I was the latest to get into Kanye.
Yeah.
Kanye.
Kanye.
When did you get into Kanye?
I first listened to, oh god, I would say like grade 8, grade 9. And then I got into Yeezus first. That was my first introduction.
Weird.
And then we did the album thing that you
Yeah.
suck ass at.
Hey.
And I
True.
recommended Yeezus as one of the first ones.
Yeah.
And I love that project a lot.
Yeah.
It holds a special place in my heart. And then from there on, I think summer... And then it took me until this... And then it took me until like quarantine. That's when I started getting like really deep into music.
Yeah.
That's when I went through all of his albums in order.
Yeah.
And that was a sick time. And from then on, he has become a top 5 rapper for me.
Yeah.
I got into Kanye. Well, I've always known Kanye.
Yeah.
Right? But I
Of
didn't
course.
know Yeezus. But then you were like, Kanye. And I'm like, Kanye.
That's your
Right? But then I got into him and I went chronological through his albums.
Yeah.
And I love...
And you found the light of God.
I found the light. I went to Sunday service and I found God.
Yeah.
I like all his albums except for 808s.
I like 808s a lot.
That's the one with Heartless on it, right?
Yep.
Fuck that album, bro. That
I
album
haven't
is-
yet.
That album is bad. But Kanye now is my most listened to artist.
That's fair. He's awesome.
Like,
Yeah.
on Spotify, it tells me I've only listened to Kanye.
Jesus is king.
So since I got into Kanye and I heard this documentary was dropping, I was like, what the heck? We gotta watch this for the podcast.
Yup.
And the trailer they dropped, the 2 words, Southside, baby, ooh, don't, mo. And that was sick. That was so sick. And I was like, this is gonna be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If it ever drops. And
Right.
it actually,
That was
dropped.
crazy.
It dropped on time.
Yeah.
It was dropped when it was supposed to.
Every episode dropped when it
That
was
is
supposed
crazy.
to. Let's talk about Act 1, Vision.
Yeah.
Vision.
Cootie had a vision of Kanye.
You know the part in the documentary where is it the end of episode 1 or 2 where there's the big montage and then it just cuts and then like the last shot is just him like standing there?
Episode 2.
That was great. I was laughing so hard.
Okay, so Act 1 is 19 something, and Kanye's a nobody. He starts off as a fucking nobody producer that no one takes seriously.
Well, everybody's like, this guy's awesome as hell.
Yeah.
As a
But-
producer, yes.
Yeah.
Like this guy's
But he's a nobody.
But yeah, this whole episode was just him starting as a producer, and then wanting to become
where are they from? Chicago?
Yeah.
Chi-Town.
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 I was rolling through Chi-Town. One name kept popping up.
Kanye.
Hey, my man Kanye produced this beat. Hey, Kanye did a whole record for me.
And then he produced The Blueprint, or half of Blueprint with Jay-Z. That
And
kind of put him on the map. a
That
bit.
that was his
Right.
that was his marking right
And
there.
then that drove him to go to record labels, Rockefeller.
And
which
you
is what
guys
Jay-Z
you guys
was
saw
on.
from the opening parody that they didn't take him seriously as a rapper. And I like that it's truly like top 10 Kanye song that
That's a
That he
great
showed him.
song.
the first one was great. I loved it. I was really upset that they didn't drop every episode right then and there.
Mm.
But I also like waiting for a week because it
Yeah,
kind of felt
I
like
like
Kanye. What did you? I gave it the highest rating. What did you guys think?
I didn't watch anything before it. I just saw the description of like chronicling 10 or 20 years of Kanye's whatever.
Yeah, I barely watched the trailer.
And I was like, this is gonna be sick.
If it
fact
comes
that-
out.
Yeah. The fact that, you know, this dude just documented Kanye over his thing. But I didn't realize until I watched episode 1 that it's not gonna be his whole, like it's not gonna have parts of every album. I thought it was gonna go like that.
Oh,
It was gonna
Me
have
too.
him getting signed for like the first half,
Mm.
and then he does drop-out, and then late registration, and then it goes to graduation, and all. Like it would have been so interesting to
because
see.
I don't think
But
he didn't drop College Dropout until the second episode.
He had a fantastic album just sitting there for 4 years. He
'Cause
couldn't do
none-
anything with it.
No one wanted
Mhm.
to take it.
Yeah. It's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then he got a Grammy off that one.
he got a Grammy.
Yeah, off
And
that
that's
album.
how episode 2 ended. That
Yeah.
was episode 2 was.
My favorite.
Ugh.
That was my favorite.
I
was a
think
good episode.
for me it goes 3-2-1. I think for favorites.
3's my least favorite by a decent margin.
I know that's fucked up.
Not,
Yeah.
No.
Well, it is. There's a lot of great stuff in there.
Oh, yeah, but compared to the first.
Yes,
It's
Donda. I mean, dude.
Bro, every
Yeah.
scene Donda was in,
Oh,
she was an angel from heaven.
she was awesome.
She died during episode. Oh, it was episode 3 that
Yeah.
she died.
Yeah.
But every scene that she was in, every time she opened her stupid mouth,
It
I just
kind
wanted to stick my dick in it and feel heaven. You know what
Dude.
I mean? She spoke just
No,
gospel.
but Donda was awesome.
There's so much aura around Donda as a person that, like, actually seeing her. I've never seen her.
Yeah, I know, right?
Alive
Yeah.
before. So, like, seeing her just interact with Kanye like that, it's like, whoa.
But it definitely
This
makes
is
him.
great.
It makes him more understandable
Yes.
on why he became a fucking psychopath. Because she was I think it was the second episode. She went everywhere with him. She was his manager. She was,
Donda was his everything.
that's a line, yeah. And then as soon as she died, he's like, and it was really bad.
Sure.
But
And then the phone call was his dad.
that was
Episode-
so
episode
funny.
three?
Episode 3.
That
Yeah.
one was so funny.
I didn't think it was that funny.
It was
Yes,
funny.
yes, because Cootie kept interrupting and he kept yelling.
That wasn't Cootie. That was some rando.
Yeah.
Oh, in the
backseat.
back. That's
Yeah.
right. You're right. It wasn't funny. I don't know why I said it was funny. It was
But, like,
it was
you hear nothing. You see nothing about his dad until
Yeah.
that moment, and
Yeah.
that single phone call tells you so much about their relationship.
I didn't even
Yeah.
know his dad was alive at that
Yeah,
point,
yeah.
or he knew his.
He never
dad.
talks about him ever.
Mhm.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then he goes on FaceTime and he's shirtless.
Yeah.
That was so funny. It's like this old shirtless black guy. I
Yeah.
love that.
There was a lot. I think some of the best scenes in episode 3 were in the car, because there was the one after he went and did his presidential speech or whatever,
Mhm.
and he started going crazy about abortions and.
Yeah.
Right.
My mom almost aborted me, but there would be no Kanye without my mother.
Yeah.
And then, so then the news was talking about he's watching a whole YouTube clip.
Right.
And he didn't say a fucking
He was
word. And then as soon as he opens his mouth, he starts freaking out, and Cootie turns off the camera.
Yeah.
Which I think is such a key detail to the documentary, because he never turned off the camera. No matter what. Kanye never wanted him to turn off the camera, but it happened first in the studio, where Kanye's like, cut the cameras, bro. My mother died.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But, like, it's such a key moment of him turning off the cameras. Like, I'd love to see him have his freakouts, but it's very key to him as a person.
On episode 3, from when they recorded Jesus is King onward, I thought it was great. Mm-hmm. But the first, like, hour of that episode was like...
Well,
I already know this shit. Like, why? Like, I don't...
It was nothing new like the other episodes.
It's just a YouTube... I could just go on YouTube and look up a montage.
But I still think
I don't get any interesting footage.
I still think it was important to have that montage for the sake of the documentary.
I wanted a whole ass episode on the 808s and dark fantasy era.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Because that's the
dark
most
fantasy
interesting
era,
part of Kanye's whole fame.
Yeah.
Like that section, and they just cut over that. Did they even mention dark fantasy ever?
No. Well, there's a montage at the end of and the beginning of two.
But that's
beginning of 3.
It's like 5 minutes.
It's like seconds, and it just like cuts through.
I was glad they showed that trip to Tokyo or wherever they were in Japan. Was it Japan? Because it's him making the Yeezy brand, and then the whole Kids See Ghosts scene. That one was fire.
Yeah.
Because Kanye was making that album. Kanye was still having his fucking freakouts during that whole Kids See Ghosts scene. You notice he's having his freakouts, but he's still recording.
I was surprised when it started. Well, the whole first episode. The whole first 2 episodes are just about college dropout primarily.
I didn't have a problem with that.
No, me neither. I was just surprised by that. I was like,
because
right?
Because you expected more.
Yeah.
Because he has.
But I was fine with that. No, I really like that though. Like there was so many incredible footage in those 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And I love that shit. And I was really excited for the 3rd episode, but I think he kind of fumbled the bag. It wasn't Cootie's fault though, because they fell off. But
it was a good documentary, man.
As a documentary, like the way it was filmed, the way it was edited, I fucking loved it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's great.
The editing is great.
The editing is great. Let's talk about Cootie.
I don't like him as a narrator at all.
He's soulless.
He's a vessel.
Yeah.
But as soon as his daughter was born,
it was such a weird thing, you know? Like, I think the documentary that this reminds me of the most is the Beatles documentary, because it's similar-ish in just that it captures a bunch of moments and footage. But the Beatles documentary is one thing. Mm-hmm. And the thing that was so cool about that was that there were a couple title cards and things explaining a little bit of context, but
there wasn't a whole lot.
Otherwise, like there was no voiceover, no narration, no anything. Like I think it would have been so interesting to see, to try if they could have done something similar to that. It probably would have been hard.
But I also think that Cootie being there with Kanye since day one really helped. Like
it did help with the
because this whole thing I really took as understanding Kanye.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we got. Yeah. I feel like I understand him as a human being. I don't know what he's doing now with all that shit.
I was kind of hoping also for more footage on the car accident.
Yes.
Because it skips to when he's just fine.
But they hyped it up so much at the end of the first episode.
Yeah, I was hoping.
I thought that was going to be the whole...
I really wanted to see like him record Through the Wire and shit. That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
That Through the Wire is a top 10 Kanye song. Through the Wire. Jesus Walks is... Jesus Walks.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. What are some other points to go off of?
True. We're very low energy.
We're gonna whip out our cocks.
Yeah.
I really don't have.
What more can we say about it?
I really don't have much more to say. Like,
no,
it's just a great way of
Cootie
understanding.
Is boring.
Donda is an angel.
Donda's cool as hell. I appreciate College Dropout a whole lot more.
Yes, very true.
Yes, 100%.
I listened to it once before, and I was like, yeah, this is good. I mean, it's great. Most of Kanye is great.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't, you know. And then after this, I'm like, I'm going crazy.
There's so it's so much more
Incredible.
appreciation for that album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knowing he sat on it for 4 years and what he went through beforehand.
So what's your least favorite Kanye album?
808s.
808s. What's your least favorite?
I'd have to say 808s because I haven't properly
Jesus is
listened.
King easily.
Oh, yeah, right.
Listen, I have 3
Jesus
saves.
is King.
I have
Jesus is
3
King.
saves on Jesus is King. I have 1 on 808s. All right.
I give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, give it 8 too.
9.
9 no.
Life of the party. Mm-mm.
Andre's crazy.
Almost
man.
Donda.
Donda 2 is looking like bottom 3 Kanye albums as of right now.
I'm not listening.
Well, it's not finished.
Thanks, dickhead. That's why I said as of right.
Batman?
Batman.
Okay. We need some sort of energy lifter here. What do we do?
Okay, let's just all watch Batman.
We should all slap our heads and scream really loud.
Yeah, we need some energy lifters because that one was fucking bad. That segment was awful.
Batman, dude,
Batman!
Batman! Batman! Batman! Batman!
Batman!
The voices! The voices! The voices! The voices! The voices! Oh, come on!
I got adrenaline coursing through my veins.
I don't. Okay.
Logan, have you been taking your estrogen pills?
All right, let's talk about Batman. So oh no, you saw it the day before,
Yep.
the night before.
Right before.
Paul Dano.
Get your shit together, Hollywood.
Holy shit.
Riddle. So me and Ethan saw it on opening day. You
Yep.
saw it opening night
And opening day.
twice for some reason. Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz is so hot.
I would let her do disgusting things to me.
I would let her stomp on my testicles.
She's the best Catwoman, right?
Halle Berry. So this was my highest anticipated movie of the year. As of right now, I don't think it is.
I'll be back.
So for my highest anticipated movie of the year, it was between The Batman and The Northman.
Yep.
Robert Eggers.
I'm so hyped for that.
You don't like that era though, do you?
Yeah, but it's Robert Eggers.
Oh.
I don't like Lighthouse era. I don't like The Witch era, but I fucking love those movies. Because he slaps.
He's a really good director.
He's an amazing director.
2. This is Robert Pattinson's redemption arc from Twilight.
He's been on that redemption arc for
A
5
long
years,
time, but
yeah.
I think this is the peak redemption arc, and now he's
Yeah,
He's
leveling up.
yeah, he's leveling up.
Good boy.
Because it was like here. Can they see the floor? Okay, it was like floor to about here until Batman. He had some ups and downs here, whatever.
Yeah.
But from here on, I don't see
He's at that top.
I don't see him getting any worse.
He is an incredible actor.
He really
that
is.
got a really shit beginning.
I think the Twilight movies are fine, but
He sparkles in the dark or in the daytime. My bad.
in this movie he sparkles in the dark.
This shit sucks.
It's a good episode. Sit
Where's
down.
Logan?
Yeah, so Batman. Okay, I'm gonna get my problems out of the way first.
Okay,
alright?
go.
When he glided off the roof, right? There was some goofy green screen. It like attached to his head. It's
Yeah.
like really goofy.
Oh, I did not like that.
Okay, and
That part was goofy.
at the end when they were fighting on the top on the like the top of the fucking I don't know
Stadium?
what's, yeah. There was some goofy green screen there when he was like hanging off the side of the
I
thing.
didn't notice that.
Yeah, there's some goofy green
I
screen.
was really invested in the story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Joker part was cringe as fuck at the end.
You think so?
That was cringe.
I don't like.
It was weird.
I don't like who they have casted as the Joker. The runtime was really fine.
Yeah, there were some pacing
There were
issues
a
sometimes.
little bit parts, but there was nothing huge.
Yep.
Not enough Batcave, not enough Alfred.
I don't care about that. I thought there was enough Batcave and Alfred.
There's enough Batcave. Alfred, we have to wait for the next movie.
I was really worried about Andy Serkis, but he plays my favorite monkey. He plays Caesar in Planet of the Apes.
Caesar!
Yeah.
So, you know what? I actually don't mind that. Michael Caine is obviously the best
Yes.
Alfred.
I mean,
Mr.
The thing-
Bruce.
the thing that I really liked was that they, for him and Gordon, they did very different takes. Because there's the definitive Gordon and Alfred are in the Nolan movies.
Yeah.
Like those are
the people.
the people. Jeffrey Wright, I think
He's great.
incredible.
But I saw a lot of
Incredible
comic
cast.
book nerds go off because he's black.
Fucking They are racist.
They are
No,
racist.
no. There's a very large portion of the comic book community that is just outright racist.
Yes, because Zoe Kravitz is also black, and they're like,
That's just stupid.
Yeah.
but they were both really good at those parts.
No, they're perfect. I mean,
My last complaint I forgot about. So there was some cringe dialogue.
There
Yeah.
was a little bit of cringe dialogue. What do you live in a cave?
Yeah,
That
was
one's
kinda
pretty
awful.
bad.
that was
pretty
great.
awful.
Another one of the biggest Paul Dano as the Riddler. I've told everyone, and I still stand by it, that you've seen Prisoners. Question mark.
Who are you talking to me? Yeah.
I'm looking at you.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay, so you know Paul Dano's character there. He plays a psychopath with a 7-year-old IQ.
Yeah.
I felt that character with a higher IQ, but I felt the creepiness of that character kind of coming with the Riddler. I think Paul Dano's a phenomenal actor.
He's actually intimidating in this movie.
Yes.
Yes,
Which is something they haven't gotten right with the Riddler
Mhm.
before.
they had the Jim Carrey version. That was really bad.
The thing with the Riddler is that he isn't intimidating. Like
He's a jokester.
they pull him up in here, in the comic, they get him to help Batman figure out who the killer is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like he's always just an idiot.
But I was
Like,
watching an interview that Paul Dano did on the late night show,
Yeah.
and he said he refused to wear
Yes.
that, so they let him kind of make his own costume, and that costume is fucking killer.
That's
The
great.
first time you see him in the opening scene, and
Oh.
he bashes him in.
And he takes the duct tape. That scene right there, the camera's looking
Seems
up at
so
him.
good.
Holy fuck!
He
I thought it was rated R. And then I looked, and then we went to the
It's
theater, and it was
PG-13.
rated PG.
Yeah.
I was like, huh.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
that was
All Batman movies have been able to slip by.
That's weird.
Yeah.
There were a ton of kids at the first showing.
Holy
So many kids. I was
fuck! That's
like,
nightmare fuel.
there's no way they're coming to see Batman. And
Yeah.
then there was a bunch of kids in that theater. I was like,
There was a lot of highlight scenes. The car chase
oh my god.
with the penguin.
That's my favorite scene.
Me and Ethan both looked
Bro.
at each other as soon as the Batmobile came out of the fire. We looked at each other, and holy fuck, was that good?
We shook our heads and we were like, nah.
Nah,
Dude,
that's disgusting, man.
the second time I watched it was in IMAX. That scene was.
What is different about?
We go crazy.
I like how the penguin kills an entire highway worth of people and just gets away with it.
Yeah.
That was kind of
There was that scene, and then the scene more at the end after the stadium collapses, and he pulls out the flare, and the whole
Oh.
scene is just lit up by the red flare, and they're walking through the water.
The visuals are
The
insane.
the
Beautiful.
cinematography, especially when he's up on the building, and you got the sunset over the city.
And he's out of focus.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Oh, and then the one part where he's riding the motorcycle, it's early on in the movie, and he turns a corner.
Yeah.
And you got
Yeah.
all the city lights. right there.
I love those shots. And I wanted to do that in my movies, where the shots are like attached to the vehicle.
Yeah.
It looks so cool always. You know, it's just
Yeah.
sick as hell, and they do that a lot.
Oh. It was.
And I also want to talk about something that I haven't heard a lot of people say, and that's the sound design.
Oh my god. It was amazing.
Especially in the car chase, you hear the
Yes.
Batmobile rev up,
Oh
and, it's
my
like,
God.
and it's so rich and like, oh, it's
Yeah,
just
the
amazing.
Batmobile
No, yeah. It was.
sounds sick.
It was ridiculous in IMAX. I
Yeah.
can't even explain to you. Like,
Yeah.
it was like, oh my god.
But another hot take, I would take the Batmobile from the Dark Knight over this one.
The one from Dark Knight is whack as hell,
It's a
honestly.
fucking tank.
Yeah.
The Batbike is far better than the one in the Batman. Because he just
It's
uses...
an actual bike.
Yeah. But I like the armor one. That one's cool.
Yeah.
Sound design, cinematography, acting.
Technically, it's.
Technically, it's a really
amazing.
good movie. On a technical level, I'd say it's the best Batman. On
And
a
they shot it
technical level.
during quarantine, and you can't even
Yeah.
tell.
Yeah, there was. It seems like there was no, like, no
So-
issues with
Yeah.
anything.
With Spider-Man No Way Home,
It looked like there was.
you can so easily tell. Like, almost every shot is just a medium shot from the waist, and there's a character, maybe a second character on screen, and they'll shoot to the next person who's supposedly in the same room as them.
But they didn't have a lot of them close together.
Yeah, but you can tell that every scene was shot in like 6 parts.
Because Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz,
yeah,
they were really together in that movie.
no,
There's like whole ass clubs and shit. Yeah.
I forgot that it was filmed over.
Oh, the
COVID,
scenes.
so you just said it. Like,
The scenes in the club.
oh,
Oh my god, man! The
I did not know
lighting.
John Turturro was in it as well.
yeah,
That was
him as Carmine Falcone.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. I looked at you as soon as he came on screen. There was no way.
This is Carmine. I think this is. Oh, never mind. This isn't Falcone.
On a technical level, I'd say, well, I don't know. I'd still argue, but it was really fucking good.
I also think this is the best Gotham we've seen
Yes.
in live action.
100%.
So
in the Dark Knight, it just looks
it's
like New
Chicago.
York.
It's literally just Chicago.
Yeah.
And in this, there's so much like
It's
dark,
actually
brooding
Yeah.
atmosphere. It's
so
done really
gothic.
well.
Oh, the atmosphere was
Bro.
amazing.
Bro, Wayne Manor. You
Yeah,
go
it's
in,
just a
like,
gothic manor.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like straight out of Dracula or some shit.
Yeah.
It was awesome. The thing that I loved about this movie so much is that it allowed itself to take itself like pretty seriously, but also totally embrace the fact that it's fucking Batman.
Yeah.
Like shit. This is silly, dude. This guy in a bat suit, like running around beating up like the Penguin, like it's just a fat mob boss with a pointy nose. It's like, which is my biggest problem with the Nolan films, is they don't embrace themselves to be like, this is a comic book
Yeah.
story. Whereas all these people, and that's why I loved all the cringy dialogue and like everything that Kravitz said was so great. It was like watching a comic book movie.
Yeah,
really.
but we're not seeing it from the
And-
comic books
Yeah.
side. We're seeing it from
from
just the film
It
side.
also isn't a comic book; it's a movie.
Yes.
So.
But we're seeing it from the film side. But
I know.
but I see a lot of people compare it to the comic book and have way bigger, like way higher ratings and
Yes.
shit to say.
That's the thing I think that's the most unique about this superhero movie, is it's like it's like one of the only ones that truly embraces itself. All right, you can speed up this rant. Well, it won't be that long, but people on
I thought the narration was kind of corny.
yeah, but that's why it was so good.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was corny.
I am the shadows.
I thought it.
That was so good.
It,
That's
it,
what I
it
loved
fit
about
the
it.
aesthetic and brought it better together
Yeah.
so well. But
No, I agree with that. It's just I found it corny.
I see a lot of people say like Batman vs Superman was like top 3 Batman movie.
Yeah, it's the stupidest
It's
shit.
it was one of the worst superhero movies I've ever seen.
It was so bad.
I fucking hate that movie.
Yeah, no, it's terrible.
Yeah.
God, I loved this new Batman. I loved it so much.
So would
Now,
this or that? No.
no.
No, don't keep going.
I will say and agree, it is a 9 out of 10, not a 10 out of 10. But, like, on a technical level, like, there's some problems. But I just love it too much, you know?
That's fair.
I just had so much fun with it. The other thing. I was considering putting it down to a 9 after the second, like, before I watched it the second time.
Did you find problems with the pacing?
No. Because I watched it for the first time, and I was like, I'm loving this. But while I was in the theater, I was like, I have to watch this tomorrow. Like, am I going to be fucked up? But then I watched it the second time, and maybe it's because it was in IMAX, and it was just grander.
Mm-hmm.
It felt faster the second time, for whatever reason. And, man...
As much as I loved it, I said to Ethan after we walked out, I would kill myself if I had to see it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But, like...
No, that's fair.
But it's great.
It's really good.
It's a great Batman movie.
I love the twins at the
club.
twin bouncers. Oh
Yeah.
my god. They're in the leftovers.
It had
They're
the
great.
perfect amount of humor,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not like
But
awful,
they weren't throwing out jokes like Marvel, so
Exactly.
No.
bad.
Yeah.
Fuck
It wasn't
DC.
funny enough. It should be more funny. And
You know, I see people unironically say that shit.
Mhm.
Like, oh, was it Ben Shapiro? No, it was someone I watch on TikTok, and they're like, oh no, it was fucking Ludwig.
yeah, Ludwig said.
Ludwig said that it was too serious. It wasn't funny enough. There was not enough jokes.
there were
It's like-
quite a bit of jokes though. as
Yeah.
well.
It was funny.
Like it was not close to Marvel on the joke side.
It
I wouldn't want that from a Batman movie like this.
No, it wasn't jokey funny. It was just like silly funny. You know, it was like there's some stuff that was funny as hell.
There was a great mix between I'm fucking terrified.
Yeah.
And, hey, that's pretty funny.
And
It's alright. It's kind of funny.
and like when the Batmobile starts revving up, me and my dad both started laughing so hard because it was so epic. Like it was.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think Penguin stole the movie for me in
Penguin
performance.
was really good.
Penguin
That's
was
Colin Farrell. Like
that. I know.
That's
It looks
crazy.
Penguin was a crazy. I'm
And that
excited for the
makeup
show.
was-
The HBO show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they do it right.
Well, it should be still
Sopranos
Matt
and
Reeves
golf.
involved. It'd be incredible. Man.
But one big problem I had was, as a standalone movie, without
Yes.
a second or a third movie,
It's kind of
weird.
yeah.
Especially in the end, because when he's all covered in mud and he looks up, that could be an end for a standalone Batman. We don't get what happens to the Penguin, whatever, but we get the
And
send
then
off
the
on
scene
Zoe.
with Joker and
Yeah, but it ended in a way that we need shows and 2 more movies.
yeah, it's true. It's true. It is a very trilogy movie. Like it's not a standalone.
But I don't think they're going to do bad with the trilogy.
No.
I think if they keep on this,
If Matt Reeves directs,
It'll still be
Yeah.
Matt Reeves because
but
he's also. You know what he's doing? He is making with the creators of the original Batman animated series a new Batman animated series called The Caped Crusader. So, and he's also working on the Penguin. Like Matt Reeves is the Batman guy now for going to be for a couple,
yeah,
like a decade maybe.
yeah. You said it's a 9, but you love it so much it's a 10. What is it for The Dark Knight? Is it like a genuine 10, or is it just because you like it?
I think The Dark Knight is also a 9, but
it's Batman.
it's Batman. I mean, honestly, I could lower it to a 9 right now, and I wouldn't have any problems. But I probably would with this Batman. But Heath Ledger's performance is what keeps it at 10, I think.
Really?
I just thought, like, he's so good. In Dark Knight, Heath Ledger pretty much carries the movie on his back. Almost. He is so far and above everything else.
Yeah.
And so everything else on its own is good. But he's so much higher.
Yeah.
And I felt that everybody on, like, I think Robert Pattinson was probably my favorite. And then the Penguin is really damn close. And then everybody else. That was all...
Batman, Riddler,
Yeah.
Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, that's fair. I think everybody held their own, really. Like,
It was very spread out.
was a very good mix of everybody,
Yes.
and they were all good. There wasn't anybody that I was like, meh.
Yeah.
I don't think.
All right, let's do it this and that. Okay.
Isn't that?
I kind of remember some of the things, but I'm going to kind of just spit. Okay, ready?
Yep.
This or that. Batman. Who's the better Batman?
Pattinson.
Pattinson. Who's the better Bruce Wayne?
I would say Pattinson,
Bale.
I would say Bale.
but that's fair. I think, okay, I want to get into that just a little.
Oh, yeah.
It reminded me.
Yeah.
So, Bale is like actually Bruce Wayne from the comics.
But yes, he's a badass millionaire, trillionaire, playboy.
But I loved how in this movie they just made Bruce Wayne a loner vampire. Like he's literally just a loner vampire in this movie, and it's like it makes sense, especially for this Batman where we see him right now, where
2 years into it.
he's 2 years into it and he's just fucking up. Really, like he's not making
he's not like how Christian Bale is.
Yeah,
in
he's
The Dark
only
Knight.
made Gotham worse at this
Yeah.
point. And he's just a loser with so much money, and he's just beating up people. And if you were a dude who lost your parents and then started dressing up as a bat and beating the shit out of people, you would be a weirdo vampiric loser. That's what I loved about it.
I see that aspect,
I get it.
but I think I'd also. It's hard
That's
to
fair.
say if I'd prefer, because I really needed a darker Batman, and that's what we got.
Mm-hmm.
But I also love the playboy billionaire.
I think the thing is, if everything around the Nolan movies were a bit better atmosphere-wise, I'd like Bruce Wayne more. But it was just like Bruce Wayne is in Chicago, and he's just sort of like, I don't know. I think for the tone of the Batman,
Yeah.
it was so much better.
Pattinson says a surprising amount of nothing in this movie.
Yes.
There was just
Like meaningless lines?
There was
no nothing.
faces.
Silent.
He doesn't say anything.
Just silent.
It's a lot of physical acting.
He's
that he
nailed
did.
that stare and
Oh, yeah.
the
100%.
Ryan Gosling type thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
He nailed that.
The scene where he goes to the Riddler's apartment and just starts rambling through the evidence.
Yeah.
And then the cop comes in and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he just turns his head and looks at him.
And he like backs down.
And he's just like,
Yeah.
"Okay, sure, just
Yeah.
do whatever you want, man."
Yeah.
It's like, it's awesome. And I also like how they gave Bruce Wayne's parents flaws.
Yes.
That
yes,
was cool.
that was
That
really
was,
cool too.
So that I don't know if they touch on it in the Long Halloween. They do in the Telltale Batman video game, where they have that whole plot line with
His parents being
Carmine.
fuck ups.
with Thomas Wayne
Yeah.
fixing up Carmine. And
Yeah.
So it must be in some comic. Maybe it is in the Long Halloween. But that was one of the things I was most excited for was them to show all of the.
It was kind of a new look at his parents.
Mm-hmm.
That we
It's
haven't
a new
got
look.
before.
You haven't gotten the movies ever.
Yeah.
Because they're still good people.
Yeah.
But they
Yes,
just
there's-
fucked up.
Yeah.
Because
But it's like normal flaws. Like it's
I killed the dude, right? Normal
yeah.
flaw.
No,
right?
no, it's
these dudes were billionaires. You know, they're
Yeah.
not gonna be. They're not gonna be pristine
Yes,
little,
exactly.
nice guys.
but that's how they were looked at in the past movies.
yeah,
They almost weren't real
they were
characters. They were
yeah.
just put on a pedestal as the best parents in the world.
just so Batman could have a reason to beat the shit out of people as a
Yeah.
bat. One of my favorite things about the movie, the opening, has got the Riddler looking through.
Yep.
And you're looking around. First, I was like, "Is that Bruce Wayne or is
Yeah, I
that
thought
Thomas Wayne? Is that his parents?"
Oh, I didn't.
I was like,
What?
first I was like, I wonder if that's it. But then I was like, no, it's definitely
Yeah.
not. And then as I kept, he does that. And then the next scene, the scene where Batman is spying on Catwoman, it's like the same thing. And so there's so many parallels between the Batman and the Riddler throughout
And
the movie.
I'm Vengeance, it comes
Yeah.
back full circle.
Yeah.
And Vengeance, I loved how Batman was just fucking up the whole movie. Really,
Yeah.
it's great.
I see a lot of people say that I'm Vengeance is cringe as fuck.
But it's great.
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah,
It's so good.
Especially at such a perfect part where he beats the guy to the ground and then throws in 2 more deadly punches to the fucking mouth.
I loved how he just beat the shit out of people. In this movie.
The punches have so much weight to
Yeah.
them in
Yeah.
this movie. They just
But
oh my god.
that guy got up and left just fine.
He also there aren't very many times where he beats the shit out of someone and you're like, he definitely killed that dude. Like there aren't many.
Yeah, but then you see
'Cause-
that you hear those fucking
Yeah.
2 punches to the mouth and he gets up and leaves.
Because you see in the Nolan movies, he'll beat the shit out of some of
Yeah.
these dudes, and it's like those people, they have died.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
And that's the whole reason why Zack Snyder Batman kills, because he saw a montage of stuff in the movies where Batman beats the shit out of someone and
They leave.
they should have died,
Yeah.
but they didn't. And so it was like a kill. It was like a fake kill counter.
Yeah.
And that Zack Snyder was like, "See, Batman does kill." And then, dude, I'm gonna kill Zack Snyder.
Antagonist.
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight.
You can't beat it.
You can't
Side cast.
Batman.
The Batman.
Scarecrow was played by Cillian Murphy. Michael Caine as Alfred. Did a lot of good side casts. I'm taking the Dark Knight. It's not.
fair.
It's not far off, though.
I forgot Scarecrow was in that movie.
Yeah.
He's in it at the start for.
Yeah, I remember now.
And then
Cillian Murphy's so fucking.
Who the
Biowara.
who the hell plays Two-Face?
Aaron Eckhart.
Oh, he's really fucking. He's really good in the Dark Knight too. I watched.
You know, I might take Dark.
It's
They're
tough.
equal.
My issue is the same thing with the Bruce Wayne, where the atmosphere of the whole movie makes it feel a lot lamer when every person in the Batman, for the atmosphere and everything,
plays that atmosphere.
like everything leans into it all working.
But I think I'd say the Two-Face in the Dark Knight is better than the Penguin. I'd say that character,
Really?
the way it was done in the Dark Knight, I'd take Two-Face over the Penguin.
Nah,
I think Penguin.
Really.
the Penguin was great. He was
I
so good.
listen. That might change when the show comes out and we get a bigger insight on him. But I think for now I'm gonna take that
Yeah.
guy. Okay, okay, so Batmobile. Which one are you taking?
This new Batmobile is badass.
Yeah, but it's also not a fucking tank.
Yeah, but that's stupid. Why would Batman have a tank?
Cause he's
Dude.
fucking Batman.
Yeah, but he's got a tank.
The car chase alone in the Batman is kind of.
But there are also there's that one.
But there's that tunnel fight
The
scene.
tunnel fight scene.
Mm-hmm. That was really cool.
Yeah.
I love this new one.
So you like it more than Dark Knight?
Yeah, I do. I think there are things of Dark Knight that are better, maybe a bit more impressive. But so DC stands for Detective Comics. And
It
Batman,
does?
Yeah, it used to stand for Detective Comics.
And he's a damn detective in this movie.
Yes, Detective Comics number 27 was the first time Batman showed up. And then later they gave him the title of the world's greatest detective. Now I would contest that he's the world's greatest detective because he's a bit of a moron. But he does do some detective work.
Yeah.
And that's what I love so much about this and the comic counterpart.
Better suit.
I would take
The Batman.
the Batman.
The Dark Knight by miles. The Dark Knight by
I need to look- I
fucking
need to look at
miles.
The Dark Knight suit. I love the Batman costume.
I
in
just-
the Batman.
I love okay. I feel like the Batman or the Dark Knight was too bright.
Too bright.
I don't know. That's all I remember.
No,
All remember-
I take the Batman.
What?
Mhm.
I take the Batman.
Bro,
I would.
oh no, I'll take the Dark Knight.
They just utilized him in the suit so much better in this movie, I think. I had some issues with it when I first saw, like when they first revealed it, and in set photos, and in the first trailer that we ever saw. I was like, it's a bit of a weird thing. But then I saw him in the movie, and it's like, that's Batman.
If I'm being
That's it.
honest, the suit in the Batman to me was kind of forgettable.
It was awesome.
Whereas
I loved his chest piece.
And, like actually has like armor plates.
Yeah.
Where's the
Dark Knight
Knight
suit
is
is-
just like smooth. It's more smooth.
but it's pure armor.
Yeah, so is the Batman. Though.
Yeah.
You wackadoodle.
Yeah, but I think the Batman suit was forgettable. That one scene though, when he's walking down the dark hall and those gunshots are lighting up that scene,
Oh.
that's fucked up.
That was
The action
bad.
is in
Yes.
like the hand-to-hand combat. Like Pattinson is.
Okay, so let's
was great,
do a better action.
This new one. She was awesome.
Yeah, the new one.
I think it's really close, but I would say the Batman.
What are some
Because like
of
the action set pieces in Dark Knight are incredible,
Mhm.
but the Batman.
My biggest issue with the Nolan movies is Bale himself. I think that his stupid
voice.
ass voice.
His voice is the biggest problem.
Bale, no.
Pattinson.
He like
Pattinson's
slightly
voice.
lowers his voice.
It's
Yeah.
slight, but he also adds the whisper.
Yeah,
It's quieter, but
it's so good.
Yeah.
It's such a
Let's do ratings for the Batman.
9.
8.
10. No,
8? Not even 8.5?
Nope. 8.
it's fair.
My issues still stand.
Yeah, that's fair.
On rewatch, do you think it'll be better? Or with a couple
No.
extra movies?
It'll stay the same, most likely. It's very solid now.
It is a great movie. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, that's undeniable. It's great.
For me, I think it'll stay top of the list. Top of my 22 list. Unless Robert Eggers comes through and I will suck
oh,
that
the
man's dick.
Northman.
It's now my highest anticipated movie.
April 2022.
That early?
Supposed to be, yeah.
Oh.
Saw a trailer last
I
night.
love that guy.
Oh, you saw the trailer? Was it good?
The
Bro.
trailer dropped a while ago.
I didn't
Yeah.
watch. I haven't watched the trailer.
Trailer's sick.
All right.
Willem Dafoe has the same birthday as me.
Euphoria.
Euphoria. Whip out your cock, whip out your cock, whip out your cock.
Piss on the carpet and whip out your cock
Yep.
and start talking to us. So you had gay butt sex.
This is who I am. I am.
Euphoria.
Okay,
man.
so let's talk about season 1 first.
Yes.
So you both were on this train a lot longer than I was.
Yes.
Because the first season.
When did you watch? I watched it like pretty soon after it came out. You watched it
When did it come out? The
a
first
few
season.
years after. You
20
watched it like a year after it dropped or something.
When did
Wait,
the
I
first
can
season
see
drop?
when. Wait, no, I watched it in September.
So you were late as well.
Yeah.
I was on that shit.
I watched the first season in 3 days.
I think I did too.
It
I
was-
binged that shit.
It's such a weird show for me because I don't usually like the white girl. Oh my god, have you seen this? But
There's so much skill put behind
yes,
it.
It's so well
Yeah. Done. technically
made. That is like, whoa. I think Euphoria is a pipeline for some of those people to get into film.
I can see that.
But
I also disagree. I think season 1 had better filmmaking too.
Bro, this
You're
scene
wrong.
No, the carnival scene
Well,
carries.
yeah, well,
Yeah, but the whole second season is the carnival scene.
and it's shot in film.
Yeah.
Shot in 35 millimeter
Yeah.
film.
It's so
That is
beautiful.
I wonder how expensive that was to shoot.
Crazy
And then-
expensive.
It's
I know.
HBO. Right
And then
there.
with
Holy shit.
the season finale of season 1, when that's the party, right?
I didn't like the season finale.
What
Season
happens in
one.
the finale?
That's when Fez beats the shit out of.
No, that's episode
No, that's
1.
episode 1 of season.
Is it episode 1?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, that right there, that right there is number 1.
Yeah.
That party scene, and then when right before midnight it pans to everyone and it's dark but you can still see him and the spotlight turns on, goes off, moves over, you see more people, light turns on, light turns off, move back, lights off, lights on, lights off,
It's
move
the
back.
best shot show ever.
It's so
I can see that.
well shot. So well
The
made.
colors. Oh, and the one scene in season 1 when she's high and she's walking through the hall,
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
it flips.
it's flipping. I saw the
I'd
behind
say-
the scenes for
You
that.
probably don't remember it. When I first saw it, I talked to you about it in grade 10.
No, I remember that.
Yeah, and I was like, how the fuck did they do that? I still don't know how they did that.
I know.
I saw the
What's the
behind the
same way they
scenes.
No,
Is
but there's people walking on the hall below her,
Right.
which is like
No, I remember watching a behind the scenes of that. But I don't-
forget.
Yeah, me too.
But I did watch the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Well, because the whole thing was actually turning.
yeah, but
But
there's
I-
people like
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think they might have had. No, how would they do that?
Did they wire Rue up? Maybe
Maybe
I don't know how they.
No,
could do
they
that.
would have wired the other people.
they would have had to wire the other people.
Fuck you, man.
Who
Fuck
knows?
you, Sam Levinson.
Yeah.
I actually want to say though, fuck you, Sam Levinson. He's actually such a pretentious hack.
2 fucking
Dude.
years for season 3.
No,
Bro.
dude thinks he's way smarter than he is.
What
He
does that
thinks
mean?
he's like hot shit.
What
but
does
he's
that
like-
mean?
He makes Malcolm and Marie. He makes like
Yeah.
fucking Assassination Nation. Dude thinks he's hot shit, but he's like,
He's an
Malcolm and
idiot.
Marie was mid. Malcolm and Marie was mid.
yeah, he's like, I'm saying this really profound message about Hollywood. Like, shut the fuck up. You're not saying shit.
True.
And now you want to tell us how we are as teenagers?
True. Sam
Fuck
Levinson is
you.
a bit of a moron sometimes.
But holy fuck.
But he knows how to make a
He
show.
can make a show.
Yes.
I will say I did not like this season quite a bit as much as season 1. It is very messy.
Yes.
There's a lot of messy with the story, storytelling.
I think, in my opinion, the highs are higher than season 1, and the lows are like,
Lower than
what the hell, dude? What the fuck is going on? Like,
What
I-
lows?
the stuff that I was like, okay, episode 1,
Yeah.
Cassie Cassie has sex with Nate.
Yeah.
Then you're like, all right.
Episode
The
1
next
is
step
prime.
is she's gonna fall in love with him, and then Maddie's gonna figure out, and then Pandora is gonna break loose, and shit's gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
Then they stall for 4 episodes.
It wasn't done till the last episode.
Wasn't that until episode 5 when
Oh yeah,
Maddie
that's right,
finds
that's right.
So
But
they
nothing
stall
done
for-
about it until the last episode.
No, yeah, they don't.
That
like,
was messy as fuck.
They dragged that whole plotline out, and it's because Kat was like, Sam Levinson was gonna give her a storyline, but an eating disorder.
Fucked Cat up.
Yeah.
Bad.
And then so
Why?
so
What happened?
Sam Levinson wanted to give Kat a storyline about an eating disorder and stuff,
She's
And-
fat though.
and Barbie Ferreira, I think that's her name.
Oh,
Some
no.
crazy ass. Her first name is Barbie. So what the
Yeah.
hell? Anyway, she was like, I don't want to do this, and Matt was like, okay, you don't have to. You're just not going to be in the show, at all.
Yeah, they fucked her bad.
So they cut her whole plot line almost entirely out.
because she broke up with a guy,
Yeah.
and that was a good scene. She's a fucking bitch. She's a fat cow. But that's literally it for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
She,
She's a background character for Maddie.
and I love her. I love her storyline in season 1.
Yeah.
Like her
But
dive into sex and shit.
Oh boy, do I hate her. I fucking hate her.
Yeah,
This-
you would be the type to hate her.
Because she's fat.
Because she's not hot. Like
Yes.
every other character is.
And
hot.
like Sydney Sweeney. Okay, I'll get into that because I want to rant about her titties. I'm kidding. But yeah, her story there. It's
was dog
really
shit. It was dog shit.
no in the first
It's bad.
season. Kat's
Yeah.
story was really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this season it was dog shit.
this
this is
season
very
they
bad.
just like, what the. Like, what do
And
you
this
do?
made
you
her
see-
a pouty, like...
Do you guys know the vape?
And it makes
the
me
vape girl?
sad because we're probably not going to see her boyfriend, like, at all.
I like that guy a lot.
He's such a good... I love Ethan. That's his name.
What do you mean? He was in the last.
Yeah, but after that, we're probably... Like, we're not going to see him in
Like,
season
what does he
3.
have to do?
He
now?
probably won't have much story.
No,
if
it
any.
sucks, because...
Well, unless he gets back together with Kat after she realizes she's a twat.
Or, like, or Kat does some stupid bullshit. They might try to write out Kat. I think they're going to
Write
try
her out?
to.
I also like how they completely forgot about some storylines.
Yes.
Like the whole drug suitcase Rue
Yep.
has.
Yeah,
That went absolutely nowhere.
Why are they waiting until season 3? That could have been done.
No, I think they skipped to the end of season 2 is after high school. So
Yeah.
what do they have to do
Oh,
about
that's
that shit?
right.
Yeah, they cut
They just
a whole
completely
year.
forgot about that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, oh shit. Yeah, it's weird as fuck, isn't it? How they're just...
Like the whole 10K that she has to make. She just doesn't do that. She
They're
her
just-
mom flushes the suitcase.
That
Yeah,
is
what's
that
gonna-
is the messiest plot line
Yeah.
right there.
Almost all of it's really messy. Cal, though.
Cal and Nate, great, fantastic.
You want to know the only?
I also like Cassie and
Yes.
Lexi. Lexi was
Lexi
good.
was really good.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys the only plot that's not messy. My favorite character, Fezco.
Fez was amazing.
His plot
Fez
line
is so
is
good.
so good throughout season 1 all the way to the end of season 2. He's a character. He has his own stories that finish, and then it ends with probably one of the biggest things to his character at the end of this season.
I wonder where he'll go from there.
But see, that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like
That's gonna be really interesting to see.
Ash has been there with Fez the whole time.
You know what's going to happen? Cal and Fez are going to be in the same prison.
They're not.
Yeah.
Fez is not going to jail.
What do
Totally
you
is.
mean?
He's not going to jail.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not. Ash killed Guy, right?
Yeah, but they don't...
Yeah, but he was there because they have drugs. It wasn't there
Oh
because.
shit,
yeah.
that's right. I didn't think of that.
And all those guns... Fez was shooting at, or Ash was shooting at all those
Bro,
guns.
ain't no way he's making
Yeah.
it out of that shit, bro.
He's going to jail.
Yeah, I guess
See,
you're
I
right.
when the
I can't-
final
no.
episode.
I can't wait for the jail rape. All the penises, like so many penises in
the
that
shower
jail.
scenes in
The
the
jail shower scene.
When the Cal stuff happened, this was before the whole Fez storyline happened. I thought they were trying to write out Cal,
Yes.
and I was like, no,
It's
he's like awesome.
Write
This is
him out,
just
what
when
do you
he's.
mean?
This is just
Where?
when he's awesome.
Yeah.
Where were
When Nate goes
When
to
he's
the-
pissing on and he's like. they're doing all
No,
this-
also no. I was
When he
talking
goes
about
to
the
the
last
house.
episode when
No,
he gets
you're right.
arrested.
when he gets
I was
arrested.
like, this. I don't want to end it.
that is
there,
that's not a write out. That's gonna be something good.
Well, that and then Fez happened. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, they're doing something. Yeah.
Mhm.
But Fez's storyline, but the whole thing is just phenomenal, and he is an incredible actor, even though he's not acting.
Yeah.
Yeah, him in interviews, that's just him.
I've
He's
seen
so
all his
weird.
interviews. I've seen it. He
He's
does.
such a weirdo.
He went sneaker shopping and shit.
Apparently, the way he talks has to do with he had some kind of car accident and it
He's from Oakland.
gave him some kind of brain damage.
He's from Oakland.
He's also Mac Miller. He
I
just
just-
looks
yes.
like him.
He's Mac Miller if
If he got in a car accident and didn't die.
They were
didn't die.
asking Angus in the paparazzi was asking him if he will play Mac Miller, and he just left. He didn't say anything.
yeah.
But
what-
he was also in a.
I want a Mac Miller documentary.
And
don't
I
want a
want
movie
him to
about him,
play-
a
I want-
documentary.
I want Angus Cloud to play him, but he won't. He will not.
I don't want a movie. I don't want a biopic.
Oh,
There-
you want an
I
actual
bet there's a lot of footage of Mac in the studio.
Yeah.
But-
I just want that shit.
Yeah.
Make it, someone.
And if not, I'll do it for you, bitches.
Oh.
Euphoria is a really good show. It's
It's good.
but it's in a way on a technical level it's crazy.
Actually crazy.
But
it's mind blowing.
this second season made me think like this is kind of mid.
Yeah.
But the technicalities carry right now.
There was a lot of like all of my favorite moments pretty much have to do with like
the visuals.
the visuals or like when the montages, you know, when it's got like all this crazy shit or like Rue and Jules do the Brokeback Mountain scene and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
yeah,
I thought that
also-
was so fun.
There was a point where, you know how in the first season they break down dick pics? And it
Yeah.
cuts to the classroom? I love that shit.
Yes.
They did it for another thing this season.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, how to hide
Right.
being high. I love that shit. That's awesome.
The last 2 episodes of season 2 I loved.
I didn't like episode 7 that much.
That's so retarded.
that episode felt like Sam Levinson trying to be a fucking
no,
pretentious
because
hack.
no,
No,
because
that's true. But I still liked it.
Lexi's play.
Yeah, but
Lexi's
it's like-
play is fantastic.
Bruh.
The editing.
She's very pretentious.
Oh my god. Art imitates life, and life imitates art. That's what that whole thing was saying. Is like, oh my god.
The bottle episodes. The Ruse bottle episode.
That was great.
I love it, but it is crazy
Bottle
pretentious.
episode.
The one where she's in the diner.
Oh, I don't like the specials.
Yeah.
Didn't care for them.
I love the 2 specials, but especially Ruse is like, I'm gonna make it. Like he's such a.
It's pretentious, but it's also better than Jules' episode.
I think Jules' episode was.
But I also don't give a fuck about what is happening with Jules right now. She doesn't have a story.
No, they
I loved where she was going, and then I just forgot about her.
She doesn't have a story right now.
It's like I don't know what the hell. Okay, what the hell happened in this season? I feel like they had enough time because they did the last season. I think they had enough time to work with all these characters, but they just didn't at all. Episode 5 was really good, and that was the one that was just Rue running around. Basically.
And episode 1 was good. I
Episode.
really liked episode 3.
Which one was that?
That was Cal's backstory,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cal's backstory was incredible. That
Yeah.
whole opener.
Cal might
insane.
be my favorite character.
Fez.
I don't know.
He might be. Fez and Lexi are really good because they're the most like good normal people, you know? Everybody else is kind of just fucked up.
Yeah.
But that's what makes Cal one of the best because he's.
But
just,
And Nate is up there for me.
But I'm so hashtag feck. It's
Yeah, I know.
unreal.
Oh, there you are.
Like that right there, that little relationship is making me act like a fucking female.
I love when
It's crazy.
when he first started watching Euphoria, the messages he sent to us about just like, oh man, what the hell's this show? It's just for females.
Because it is. It's just a bunch of cock and balls.
And then you're in it.
I dick ride only for Fez. I want them to make a show just about Fez's character. And everything.
Was it
he's gone
episode
through.
2 where they had Fez's backstory?
That was the season 1 opener.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. What is the finale of season 1?
I don't remember.
She Rue relapses, and then there's that whole song.
Oh yeah, I didn't care for that shit.
And then she's like, yeah.
Right.
And it was like not conclusive at all. And then this season, it felt very. It felt like an actual proper finale to something.
Yes.
Oh my
Which
god!
I really liked.
No one is talking about the episode where Jules snitches out Rue to her mom. That whole section from
Yeah, episode 5.
it's not episode 5.
Mm-hmm. You're all twisted up, man. It's episode 5.
No, because that's the opening, isn't it?
Yes, it's the opening of episode 5. Episode 5, Rue is like, she's freaking out to her mom, and that's all happening. And it's freaking out. She walks.
That's when
into
Jules snitches on her.
And Jules is sitting there, and she's yelling at her.
Okay, episode 5 is second best.
That's probably my favorite.
I'd say episode 1, episode 5, episode 3. But those are definitely the highlights of the season.
I also think episode 8 is up there for me.
Yeah, I agree.
100%.
Season 2, episode 1 and 8 are the most Euphoria episodes ever. Like they are very captured. They capture the Euphoria essence. And then 5 is one of those episodes that's like a bit of a departure that like every show has. That's like fantastic.
I really don't want to wait 2 years, and by then we'll all forget about the show.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll happen.
No.
Because the difference between the change in season 1 and 2 was 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they also shot out 2 specials. They're not going to do that here.
We'll just have to wait, and it's gonna be a bit lame.
Yeah.
But you know what's coming out soon?
No.
No
Better
idea.
Call Saul.
Oh, when is that?
April something.
Hey!
First 7 episodes,
They're doing the Breaking Bad thing.
and then in June or July or
They're doing the
June.
Breaking Bad thing
Yeah.
where they split it up.
June or July
That's
will be
fucked
the
up.
Logan, you know you should
They
watch.
should end it off with someone sitting on a toilet again. I think that'd be kind of funny.
Ethan or Logan, you know what you should watch?
Yeah.
Peaky Blinders.
By order!
By order of the Peaky Blinders.
Okay, next up, what are we talking about now? Ping pong?
Ping Pong the animation. My recommendation.
I have little to nothing to say about this.
Me too. Yeah. So
Animation.
I was very. Whoa.
Okay,
I
sorry.
need to
Cut.
Ping Pong the animation.
Yep.
I really wanted to see it
Me
because
too.
it looks
Me too.
it looks crazy.
Yep.
And so I was like, dude, I want to see this hype ass shit about ping pong, right?
Yeah.
And like, blah, 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 blah. So I recommended it, and you guys seemed pretty hyped about it. And Logan didn't finish it.
That's so fucked up.
Oopsies.
So what do you rate it? Like,
I don't want to rate it. Even if I finished it, I wasn't gonna rate it. I didn't care at all. Didn't care.
I'm surprised it's. I'm not surprised it's rated as high as it
It's
is,
like-
but I am.
well, because
It's like The Ascent. You know when I watched The Ascent, and I was like, I don't want to review this because I know it's good, but also I couldn't connect to it at all.
that's a problem I had with this show. Was a lot of people see it for the deeper meaning, the coming of age, using ping pong as a fucking crutch to their lives and whatever. I didn't really get that. I was more focused on the animation, the actual ping pong aspects.
There's a lot of really cool stuff. I loved how Pico, what's his name?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Pico. He was very proficient, but at the beginning he just did not give a shit at all. He was like,
That
Right.
might be the wrong character.
no. The dude, he doesn't really care, doesn't he?
No, Pico
No,
is
that's
always
Smile.
up. That's Smile.
Oh, that's what I meant. I meant Smile.
Yeah.
Smile is my
bad.
favorite
I meant
character.
Smile. Yes. Smile is
my
like a
favorite.
badass, and Smile doesn't really give a shit.
Yeah.
The actual battles themselves, though.
No, they were really good, but I think sometimes the music kind of took away from it. Because it's
good or
like
too bad?
stock. It's like stock anime music. It's like
That's
stock
true.
rock anime music. It's like.
So-
Have you seen Haiku? Okay, so I watched 2 seasons of Haiku, dropped it, whatever. But for me, that was like, the sports anime. No, this is a billion times better than that, but it's still not like the best thing I've ever seen.
You know what's the best part about this show?
No.
The intro. Like
I told
The
you
intro
that.
slaps.
Intro's
told you
awesome.
that-
The animation of that intro
Yeah.
and the music, like
I do love how it's like hand animated.
Yeah.
The show. It looks really good.
For me, it's my favorite animation to an anime.
It looks amazing.
yeah.
But it's between that or JoJo's.
I love how they made every character hideously ugly.
Yeah.
Like they're so ugly.
I do love, and also there's like really they'll do like a fake wide angle thing, and like the
Yeah,
tables are like
yeah,
distorted
yeah.
and shit. It looks so
Yeah.
cool.
JoJo's has my favorite animation, I think.
The second season of Demon Slayer, crazy.
Are you watching
It's
it?
stupid.
I'm not caught up.
The animation of this show blows the movie out of the water. And it's like, how did they do that?
I showed Ethan a little bits and pieces of the animation of the first season.
Like, how did they manage to make the show better than the movie, the full budget movie? I mean, they made a killing off of that movie. So
I have nothing left to
You
say.
go.
Okay, I first 1 to 7, episode 1 to 7. Episode 1 I was like, dude, this is pretty awesome. And episode 2 to 7, I was like, I didn't really care, but I kind of did.
Episode 3 was
You
pretty
know?
cool.
I was like, kind of like, this is really good.
Mhm.
And then episode 8, that's my favorite episode of the season. Episode 8 is like, and then the animation is like way more fucking animated. I don't know. It's a lot more motion.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can tell they kind of skimped on the budget sometimes. Like, there's a lot of freeze frames and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is that's kind of always bothered me about anime. It's like, you can really clearly tell when they're just saving on budget. But episode 8 was like, brum, brum, and then that's where you get that iconic shot of him with the ping pong. It was sick as hell.
There are a lot
And
of...
then from then on, episode 8 to 11, I was like, this is boss, this is boss, this is boss, this is boss.
There are a lot of scenes that I've seen from Demon Slayer Season 2 that there are literally no, stops in the animation. There's so much movement, and I love animes that do that, but I agree that this one,
Yeah.
there were some noticeable stops and whatever.
Very connected at the first episode, and then, it took me a little bit in the first one, and I was like, oh, this is epic. And the second episode, it dropped me right back down to the beginning.
Yeah.
Almost every episode it went like that. I did not give a shit until it was incredible, and then I was like, all right, I don't care anymore.
I like how they make ping pong like the most important thing in the universe. I find that really fun.
Well, see that just digs to the deeper meaning everyone's talking about. How it's just a crutch on everyone's lives. And...
I know, but like it's kind of like a bit of subtle humor, but it's awesome. I love that.
But for me, I couldn't connect to the deeper meaning as much as I wanted to.
No,
I just couldn't connect to it. You know what it reminds me of?
No.
In a weird sense. I'm gonna have to explain it. But it's kind of like The Last of Us. This movie is like the template. It's like they went and found the template story, and then just did it. And The Last of Us, you've seen The Last of Us, the story 8 quadrillion times. Dude gets a father, like it's a father figure, and they go through the journey. And at first they don't, they're just like two people, and then they love each other through, and it's like what. Mm-hmm. Last of Us is done perfect. It is the perfection of that.
Yeah. Last of Us is top 3 game. I don't care.
And ping pong is a very proficient display of stock anime.
It's a formula.
It's the most formulaic thing, and it does it well. But it's like my issue was, except for probably like the animation is incredible. But then everything else is like, I've seen this done way better and all these other...
Yeah.
It reminded me of Fooly Cooly, except Fooly Cooly was way better.
I wouldn't say way better, but I liked Fooly Cooly. I do like Fooly Cooly.
Oh,
You should watch that.
Yeah.
I also want to watch Afro Samurai.
I
I
didn't like it that much.
Yeah.
I gave it a 3.5.
I refuse to rate it.
Pico was my favorite character.
What?
Yeah, Pico was
Smile's my favorite character.
Smile.
Well, Pico...
Smile.
I thought it was going to be Smile's show, but it was Pico's.
Yeah.
And I liked that a lot.
Yeah.
I liked the transformation of his character a ton. I thought he was a great character.
I kept mixing them up.
Obviously.
They have the same... Like, when it flashed back to them as kids, I was like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, who is talking? I did not realize it was... The hero appears.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was Pico the whole time. I thought that was Smile. My blood tastes like iron is Smile. I didn't realize that until the final episode.
Yes, me too. I just remembered I got this. So I had Funimation, and then I switched to Crunchyroll because they merged libraries. But then Crunchyroll just doesn't have ping pong on it. So I'm like, well, fuck you.
Didn't they merge it the other way?
No.
Oh.
Crunchyroll is the big conglomerate because it had more subscribers. So then I got it on Microsoft Store, and I forgot that they only offer one language. There was another time when everything was on sale, so I got Your Name, but they only sold the English version. And I could have bought the Japanese version, but I just clicked on the one that said Your Name because it's Your Name.
Your Name is the one with the crater, right?
I haven't seen it.
Is that where they swap bodies?
Yeah.
I don't know.
A Silent Voice is the best anime movie.
Anyway, yes.
Really?
Yes.
I haven't seen any other movie other than Demon Slayer.
And Cowboy Bebop the movie.
And Cowboy Bebop the movie.
But like, for an anime movie?
But anyway, I started up Ping Pong the animation, and it was in English. I wanted to throw up. It was so...
It wasn't that bad. I watched a little bit of the first episode.
It was so bad. Like,
I don't care about dub though, unless it's atrocious.
I thought it was...
Like the Ghost in the Shell.
It was not bad.
It's like a normal... It's like a normal dub. It's like the low end of normal dubs, which is pretty trashy. Like, it just... The characters were so much weirder and maybe it was because I mixed up Smiles and Pico. But Smiles sounded like a moron in the movie. I was like, what? This isn't Smiles.
Yeah,
Smiles is like...
So did you
end up
watching it subbed?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing subbed.
The sub voice acting is really good.
Yes.
I tried episode 4 or 5 in dubbed again because I was like, I just want to...
Play in the background.
But it was so bad. Like, it was like... I was like, wow.
I'm disappointed, man.
I'll do 7.5.
Okay, I thought that this had come out
7.5.
like 7 years before it did. I thought it would have come out 7 years. Came out in
2014
2014.
is a weird place for it to come out.
I thought that it came out earlier, and I thought it was like a huge inspiration for a lot of anime. But turns out it came out in 2014, which isn't. I thought it was a lot more of a groundbreaking thing than it was.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a bit disappointing.
Yeah, disappointing.
I want to watch more anime shows, but I don't at the same time. I hate being bipolar. It's awesome. He doesn't get it.
Because Kanye?
Yeah.
Also, yeah. No, that's it.
Yeah, ping pong 7.5.
7.5.
That's it. And it's your recommendation.